So next we're going to talk about Raynor, who is an iconic hero, and he's on the front of a box. He sweats a lot. He wears lip gloss. He's a leader of a Terran faction, the Raiders. He inspires his troop, and he has a whole arsenal behind him. These are some of the things that we brought to the table and knew we had to fulfill the fantasy on when we made him a hero in this game.
I didn't know he had lip gloss. Anyway.
Look at the box.
As I mentioned before, Raynor is just a Terran in a Marine suit, and he has to fight against the Zerg and the Protoss all day. So we adapted his playstyle to what he actually would perform in the universe. So we wanted to give him a very safe playstyle, not only for playing up to that fantasy, but also for beginners who are going to likely play Raynor for their very first hero. So let's watch Raynor in action. All right, so here we have Raynor actually pushing down into the lane. And he's going to use his signature ability, Penetrating Round, to knock back the enemies and deal a lot of damage. As you see, as Raynor is shooting at the enemy, he's actually utilizing his trait Lead from the Front. And what that does is, whenever an enemy that's recently damaged by Raynor dies, his abilities will recharge a little bit faster. This gives skilled players the ability to distribute this trait so that they can use their abilities more often. So for even a simple hero like Raynor, there's still a lot of hidden strategy and gameplay for pros. Here we have Arthas and Illidan trying to gank Raynor, and he uses his Penetrate around once and twice to keep himself safe. As Matt touched upon, one of the cool things in Heroes of the Storm is the ability to choose your heroic ability. Now, similar to the idea of designing heroes, we want to make sure that the heroic abilities not only fit some sort of fantasy, but are also very unique and have a very, very focused sort of reason for their playstyle. So here we have Raynor going into the lane, and he's actually going to call in a favor from his buddy Matt Horner to call in his flagship battlecruiser, the Hyperion. The Hyperion actually will deal lots of AoE damage, and you can see here it's going to take out this fortification in no time flat. However, as you can see from that shadow there, it's not ideal for fighting enemy players because they could just, step out of the shadow. On the flip side, Raynor can summon in a pair of Banshees, and this gives Raynor the ability to duel with enemy heroes all of a sudden. He becomes a very powerful duelist, so these Banshees will come in and start pew-pewing the enemy. So here we have Raynor just minding his own business. Arthas comes in and tries to kill him. But Raynor is able to call in these Banshees and knock him back with Penetrate around. Now the tables have turned on Arthas. Now, as you can see here, the Banshees are actually flying units, so they can see into the shrubs that Arthas is trying to run away into, allowing Raynor and his Banshees to secure the kill.